This conference will now be
Introduction.
recorded.
I was giving you an introduction. What is an integration? What are the different elements of integration? If you remember, right? I will go back to your folder. Where is it? Is here? C drive, right? OF91. Let me open your integration, right? Integration architecture. This is what I was drawing yesterday. For every integration, you need to have a protocol. You need to have a data serialization and deserialization, and then security on the data, right? Whenever it, whenever an information is shared across the system, we call it as integration. Sharing of information across or one to another system is called integration, right? In integration, we have this concept. Protocols. Yesterday I was telling you what is a protocol. Common understanding between the two systems. Data, right? Data can be transferred in the form of JSON or XML. These are the universal format. Yesterday I was giving you an example of a Telugu girl, Bengali boy. Both can't speak each other's language. Then they will choose a universal language called as JSON. They will choose a universal language called as English so that both can understand. And finally, the security. Every data will be goes out. It will be password authenticated. It will be key authenticated. It will be certificate authenticated. Yesterday I was giving you one example of each, right? If you remember that ICICI Bank, they also have a certificate from Indian government, right? By looking at the certificate, I trust ICICI Bank. Else, I will not trust. Hence, let's start with the first concept today. Today we are going to talk about JSON. JSON. Today we are going to talk about JSON. Now, question is that what is a JSON, right? If you remember yesterday's class, JSON is nothing but it's a universal format. JSON is an universal format. What is this? JSON is a universal format, right? It is a universal format. A format data can be transferred from one location, from one system. JSON. Directly, I'm going to Google, right? So JSON. I press enter. I go to the W3 school. JSON. What is that? It's a exchanging. Whenever exchanging of data is required, we use what? JSON. JSON is actually a text format. It's a text format, right? It is actually a text format. How does the JSON looks? This is how the JSON data looks, right? Let me open. How does the JSON data looks? In a JSON, JSON will always have a curly bracket. Structure of a JSON. Structure of a JSON. Structure of a JSON. Structure of a JSON. What is a JSON? Right? JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. What next? What is the JSON used? I'll give you the notes later. First understand. JSON is useful for storing and exchanging data. JSON store the data in text format. JSON is a universally accepted format. Universally accepted carrier. It carries the data. It stores the data. It's used for exchanging the data, right? Exchanging of information is done with JSON. JSON, because every system has their own languages. Salesforce use Apex. SAP use ABAP. How will you communicate? We want a common language. The way I'm a Bengali, you are a Telugu. If I start teaching in Bengali, you will not understand. If I start teaching Telugu, few of you will not understand. We all agreed that we will teach in English, a common language, which you know, I know, everyone knows in the class. That's called JSON. Language, or it is which is common, right? Common. across all the system in the world, all the system and platform, right? How does a JSON looks? Always a JSON will have a curly bracket, curly bracket, curly bracket. JSONs will always have a curly bracket. Mostly JSON looks like this. First key, name, value with a colon separated. Name equals to Rupam. Then separated by comma. Second data, right? Phone, key, key is the phone. Value, value, phone. What is that phone? 777, right? What is the phone? 777, right? Value. Next, right? This is how the JSON looks. City, city. It's a text, I told you. JSON is finally text. Then what is a JSON? The structure of this data is called JSON structure. Actually, JSON is a structure. What is a JSON, Rupam? I'm still not able to understand. JSON is a text. See, I'm writing a text. It's a plain text. The data will be in which format? Right? Data will be in which format, Rupam? It will be in a text format, TXT. Then why you call it JSON? You should have called it text, no? We are calling it as JSON because the structure that you are able to see in the curly bracket, this is called as JSON structure. Any text data put in the JSON structure is called JSON data. Any data which is put in the JSON structure, what is the JSON structure? JSON structure is nothing but, right, key value with a colon. This is how the JSON structure. Key, 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 colon, value. This is called JSON structure. Key, colon, value. Two dots, colon. This is, so here it can be name, Rupam. City can be key, value can be Hyderabad. Roll number is a key, value is 21. Rank is this. Whenever you're using comma, salary. No, this is not a JSON format. This is JSON format. Colon. Whenever it's a number, decimal, you will directly declare it. Whenever it's a number, decimal, you don't put in the quotes. Only text are put in the quote. Character, n varchar, right? All these put under the quotes. This is called JSON data. 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 That means before you send a Salesforce data will go like this. There, account name, account phone. Here, account name equals to this, phone equals to this, fax equals to this. This is how the data will be converted. JSON. Who will convert? Right? Who will convert? Always its key value. What is the JSON structure? So I'm typing the notes, right? Control Z, sorry. Notes, structure, JSO and JSON. JSON. JSON, right? First structure. Structure. How the structure looks? This is how the structure looks. Example. Example. What is example? This is an example. This is an example, right? Structure. This is the structure, and this is the example. Now let us do more example so that you'll understand. Number one, EG1. Example I'm doing, right? Right. Example one. Example one. Number one, right? So what is that? Create student data in form of JSON. Create student data in JSON. In JSON with first name, comma last name. First name, comma last name, comma phone. First example, let's do it. How the JSON structure looks. Everyone should be knowing it. This one. First, double quotes, right? If you want to give a space, you can give a space, right? If you want to give a space, you can give a space. Your wish. First, first name, key, value. Student name is what? Student name is Rupam, comma, right? Next, last name, right? Last name, value. What is that? Comma, phone, phone, value, phone. I'm taking phone as a text, 777. Over. Example 1 is over. Next, example 2, right? Example 2, example 2, right? What we'll do? Create a JSON to store, right? Create JSON, JSON to store array, array of ages, array of city, array of city. How can I store more than one data in a JSON? Keep on watching, guys. These are individual data, right? Now I want to store than one data. Let me start the JSON in a curly bracket. I will say what? City, colon, colon. More than one values will be in a brick bracket in JSON. Brick bracket in JSON. Arrays should be always. What are the cities? First one, Hyderabad, comma. Second one, what is that? Chennai. Third one, comma. What is that? BLR. See, city, one field holding multiple. In JSON, you declare like this. This is how you declare in a JSON. JSON data will give you like this. JSON data will give you like this. Right. Done. Good. Good. Now, clear? That's good. Right. Next. Right. Next. Right. Some different examples I'm showing you. EG, EG3. Right. EG3. What is that? Create a JSON. Create a JSON for storing account information. Storing account info. Let's do the JSON. Let the JSON always bracket, always a curly bracket. I will say account. This is my key. Colon. I can have multiple accounts. I can have multiple accounts. Multiple accounts will be in a curly bracket, sorry, with a brick bracket in JSON. Inside this, say I'm splitting this JSON now. I'm splitting this file now like this. Inside this, I will have first account, which is in a curly bracket. Name of the account equals to what? Equals to CAPITL, capital, 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 capital info, right? Comma, industry. Industry is a pick list in account. You know, everybody knows it. There's nothing called pick list here. Industry is EDUCATION. Comma, rating. Rating is a pick list. But I told you everything is text here. No pick list, nothing equals to what? Hot phone, right? Look like this. Phone
Sir,
equals to.
rating is equal, not equal. Colon.
Oh, I'm making mistakes everywhere. That's correct. Colon. Right. This is the first account. Like this, I can have more than one account. I can have more than one account. Capital info, Ganesh info, right? Ganesh info, ABC. Company name is ABC Info Technology. Industry is Ganesh Info is banking. Banking, banking, right? Here, industry is blank. Let's say that I keep one industry blank. If I keep industry, there is no industry data. There is no industry data. Industry blank, null, right? Industry blank I'm keeping. Rating,
Sir,
phone number 88.
Example 3, sir, this in
Sorry?
example 3, the name is the, in example 3, sir, name. The
Uh-huh.
name is the key value and key or sir
Name
value.
is a key.
This
Don't
name.
say name is a sub key again. Key is here. Your main key is here. These are all values. Inside the values, again you have key values. It is map of a map. It is map of a map. Map, inside that there's a map. Key, this whole brick bracket is a value. Inside that, again, key value pair. Key value. Key value. Key is the phone, value is 777. Jason.
Sir,
Right.
after the code, we have to the comma.
After comma, each data there is a comma. After each data is over, there is a comma. It's a comma separated. It's a comma
Yeah.
separated.
After parentheses, we have to put the comma here. It's after phone number.
Yes, you have to. After parentheses, there have to be comma. Each data has to be separated like this, comma, comma, comma. Yes.
Sir, now value place null unte double quotes use chestam kada sir.
Use chesukochu, blank kuda వదలొచ్చు. Use chesukochu, you can use it. Right? Industry. Because this comma is separating. Null. Em ledu. You can give null also, blank. Go away. System take. See, in real time, we will not create this. Somebody will give the data in this format and have to assume it. Facebook is giving data to Indian Postal Code is giving me, right? Name, Bachipalli, pin code 500900, head post office, Bachipalli, state Telangana, key value. Indian Postal Code will give me the data in this format. This format I have to take inside and I have to use it, right? When I want to give a data, I have to give in this format. While giving also I have to give in this format. By taking also I have to take in this format, right? Later you convert it into your Apex, right? Account is what? Account is an S object. Account is what? Is an S object. Do you think in ABAP, in SAP system, there is a S object data type? If you go to C Sharp, there's any data type called S object? In Oracle, in SQL, in C, C++, have you heard a data type called as S object data type? Never. You have heard array, you have heard integer, you have heard string, but you never heard Now, pass this data from here to a .NET system. In my system, it's called account. In their system, I don't know what it's called. That's the reason I'm converting it to a JSON format. JSON format. JSON. Similarly, example 4. Example 4.
Sir,
Create. Yes.
in first example for salary, we are not taking the quotation marks, sir, 25,000.
Yes.
Then
Yep.
we are taking for phone number, sir. The both are numbers only, no,
After
sir.
reading the whole Ramayana, you're asking me this question. Okay. Rupam @of91.com. Password INDIA1234 hash. I'm logging into Salesforce. Chalo, let's go. Right. You want me to go to Lightning? Where do you want me to go? Lightning. Right. Wait. Wait. What is this?
Sir, why? Because phone number is a string, sir. That's why we are taking the double quotation
Obviously.
mark.
Right. You got your
Okay,
answer. See, you're so
okay, sir.
intelligent. You're so intelligent. For a minute, you just forgot. But in the next minute, right, you immediately remembered. Good, no? This is how you should remember. Sales. I go to account, right? Who said a phone number field? In a phone field, can't I save Rupam there? I did that long back. RUPOM, account name, right? TEST test 666555555. Phone is what? Save. Did it saved? Did it? Yes. Because is it a number field? No. Phone is a text field. That is the reason in my JSON I have taken as a quotes. Because anybody can write phone equals to Rupam. Only when it's a number field, then only create a JSON to create a JSON to store, right, to store ages. Simple, right? What is that? Age colon more than one. Will I get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? You have your answer now. Am I giving them in a quotes? No, because I am saying it's a ages number. If it's a number field, if it's a text field, then I'll give like this: city equals to Chennai, Bangalore, same format. Here, no quotes. This is how a JSON format looks. JSON format looks. This is how a JSON format looks. Phone equals to +91. In account, I can add like this also, +91. Understood the JSON format, right? Write down heading called as JSON. Write down the heading called as JSON. JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. JavaScript Object Notation. Next line, right? JSON is used for storing and exchanging of data. JSON is used for storing. JSON is used for storing and exchange of data. First point. Second point, JSON is a universally accepted format. That means everyone accepts it. Next, JSON stores data in text. JSON store data in text. JSON stores data in text. Next, numbers, sorry, JSON follows key value structure. JSON follows key value structure. Next, any decimal and numbers does not require quotes, double quotes, right? Does not require quotes. See here, it's given same thing. See, JSON string, JSON. Clear? Done. Example, you can take this example if you want. I will anyhow, I'll copy and paste this example where? In your chatter window. Control C. Chatter. I'm posting it. JSON1, JSON2, JSON3, JSON4. Examples. How the JSON, right? Now, let's the first concept that we are going to learn is called serialize. Put a next heading called as serialize. Serialization. Serialize. Serialize. What is a serialize? Write down. Converting of a object data into JSON string. Converting an object data into a JSON string is called serialization. Is called serialization. Is called serialization. Converting an object data to a JSON string is called serialization. Is called serialization. Right? Is called serialization. Right? Third party system. Third party system. This can be SAP, Amazon Web Service, Facebook, Twitter, this one. Which one? Right? The purple one can be any system, whereas the green one is a Salesforce. Now there is a data called as name. There's a data. Name. Rupam. Right? There is a form. In the form, you have the name, phone, etc. Phone 777. Fax 888. This data you want to pass it to the system, right? The language here used is Apex. There the language used, we don't know. God only knows. I don't know. If SAP system, I know ABAP. If it's a Facebook, I don't know Python, Java, JavaScript, Ajax, B, right? All, everything. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't want to know also, right? I will give this data, I will pass the data in which format? In a JSON format. In a JSON format. I will pass this data in which format? In a JSON format. After giving the data, what the what after giving the data, what this third-party system does, I don't care. I was told that while giving a data, give in a JSON. I gave. Whether he is able to consume it, able to digest it, whether he vomited the data, I don't care. That is his problem. He is vomiting. Tell him to take Eno or a Gelsel tablet. My work is to give the data. I'm giving the data. I was told don't give the data in your format because they will not understand. Given a universal format. Universal format, exchange format is called JSON. That means this I have before I start giving, I have to convert. That means before I start giving, first what I have to do, I have to convert this data to a JSON format. To a JSON. I have to convert it to JSON. This conversion is called as serialization. This conversion of a Apex data into a JSON data, conversion of Apex data to a JSON data is called serialization. Conversion of an Apex data to a JSON format is called serialization. I will serialize. After the serialization is done, now I will say go. He will receive the data in which format? He will also receive the data in what? JSON format only, no? He will receive the data in what format? JSON format only. Because I am giving him in a JSON format. JSON format only. After the data comes here, he have to deserialize it to a whichever format they want. If it's an evap format. Today's class or for the next 2 or 3 classes or right this week, we will be completely on this format in this area. This is our focus area. How to convert. We are not focusing on how to transport. We will come to that as a second step. First, let us convert it. If somebody gives me how to deconvert it or deserialize it, we will learn serialization, deserialization. Then we will go with the transportation. Then we will talk about security, right? Then we will talk about security. So first concept that we are going to learn is serialization, deserialization, right? There we go. Now let's get in. To do this, right? To do this, right? There are some predefined class and methods available, right? How to convert this? See, I'm doing it manually. This is a simple. This is simple. Complex. This is complex. Simple data, complex data. So that this example 3 is a complex. Whereas here it looks simple. Rupam, phone 777, salary 2,500. Simple. Here there are 3. More than one account has been sent. Again, inside the account there is a information. Each account has 100 fields. Here, simple. This is simple. This is complex. To handle this situation, right? Salesforce has provided a inbuilt namespace called system namespace, system.debug, system.assert equal. If you remember, system namespace. In the same namespace, we have 3 classes. JSON class, JSON class, JSON generator class, JSON parser class, JSON token class. There are 3 classes available. Classes, you need not to write the class, already it's written. JSON class, JSON generator class, JSON parser class, JSON token class. JSON class. What is a JSON class? Any simple data to serialize, deserialize. Any simple data to serialize, deserialize. We use JSON class. Any complex data for serialization, we use JSON generator. What is a serialization? Serialization is a conversion. Conversion of what? Salesforce data to a JSON data. If it's a complex conversion, for example, see, from an account table, I want my output to be looking like this. In account, there are 48 accounts are there, 50 accounts are there. All the accounts should look like this. It's a complex. Along with the account, I want to send the respective contacts also. Along with the account, I want to send the respective contacts also. I'm making complex of complex. Every account will have contacts also. I want to share account and contact data. Inside the account, this is the account. This is the account. Right? This is the account. Now you see that I'm making complex example 5, which is again a complex. Example 5. Create a JSON for storing account with contact info. Contact info. Account is capital info. Capital info has 2 contacts. Rupam, right? Rupam and somebody else. Ramesh. Let's take an example. Rupam and Ramesh. This is account. 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 How will you give us the question? This is with account. See, now here, unique, I'm just taking this as a key. Capital info. Actually, it's an ID. Actually, it is done by ID, right? ID equals to 0032 0000 ABC. ID. Keep on watching. ID. ID is also like this. ID colon. Oh, sorry. ID. Right. ID. This is the data. Right. ID is this. Keep on watching. So many, and how complex the data will be, you cannot even imagine. We cannot do this with our own hand. This is the ID. ID. Inside this, right? Inside this, what I will say, I have this data. Accept it. This is the ID. Right? Now, I will not say comma. This contact, this account has 2 contacts. ID is this. This will be in a curly bracket again. This will be in a brick bracket. ID is this. Here it will say ACCOUNT account. See how complex the data is getting now. Those who are not able to understand, wait, you'll understand in a few minutes. Integration is not that simple. I'm making the data small so that it comes in a single place. Right, I'm removing the rating also so that it comes in one place. Right. Account name is capital info, comma, comma. For this related, I will have contacts. Contact. See, this is the account data. I want to store the related contacts also. Contact is again an array. I can have more than one. I can have more than one contact. Again an array. Inside this first contact, second contact, two contact, first name, Rupam, comma, last name, C, right? Email, ru@r.com, control C, control V, first name, right? Ramesh, last name, A, Ram.com. See, this is one account information. Similarly, for Ganesh technology, also same thing will happen. There's a comma here. There's a comma here. This whole is in a curly, sorry, this whole is in a curly bracket. This whole is one information. This complete is one information, comma. This is the account ID, key. This is the value. There are multiple values. Account and contact. There are multiple values. Key. This is the first value. Comma. Second value. In the second value, again there is a multiple values. Right? This is for one account I did. Same thing, I can do it for one more account. Like this. This whole will be inside one bracket again. Right? Last, no comma. First one, there's a comma. Account ID, EFG. Name equals to Ganesh Information Technology. Right? Phone number equals to 9888888. First name equals to Ganesh. Last name equals to D. They're only one. They don't have more. No, this is not a colon. After this, there's a comma. There's no colon, comma. Here, no comma. Bracket is over. Here, only one contact. There is only one person. See now. Right? See how complex the data is. First one, simple. Data can be simple, data can be complex. Fifth example, create a JSON for storing. Can you create this manually? You cannot. That is the reason Salesforce has given you what? Classes. What classes it gave you? 4 different classes are provided. JSON class, JSON generator class, JSON parser class, JSON token class, JSON token class. When do you use what? Whenever it's a simple, we use JSON. Whenever it's a simple, we use what? JSON. Whenever it's complex, dynamic, we use generator and parser. See, serialization, deserialization. In JSON class also serialize is there. In JSON generator, serialization. JSON parser, deserialization. Now, first let us look on JSON class. Inside the JSON class, there are a lot of methods available. What is a JSON class? Those who are taking this, write down. Next heading. Classes available in Salesforce to serialize and deserialize a JSON. To serialize classes available in Salesforce to serialize and deserialize JSON. Number one, JSON class. First one, JSON class. Write down manual serialization. Manual serialization, manual deserialization. Whatever is there on the screen, just copy it. Manual, serialize, deserialize. Bracket simple. SIMPLE. Bracket simple. Next, JSON generator class. Automatic, dynamic. Serialization. Bracket complex. For simple, single class, but for complex, two classes. In simple, only in one class only serialize and deserialize. But in complex, you can see that there are two classes. JSON generator class serialization, JSON parser class for deserialization. Complex data. Serialize and deserialize. Now, last one is JSON token for generating enumerated token. For generating enumerated token. For generating enumerated token. For generating enumerated tokens. Now let's understand what is a JSON class. What is a JSON class? As I told you, JSON class is, it contains method. Inside a class there will be method. Every class will have a method, right? So class contains method. What methods? For serializing and deserializing a JSON content. For serializing, deserializing JSON content. For serializing and deserializing. Right? What are the JSON's method available? JSON method. What are the different methods available in this JSON class? These are the methods you can see. Create generator, create parser, deserialize, deserialize strict, deserialized untyped, serialize, serialize, suppress apex object null, serialize pretty object null. Half of the class is thinking, ఏమో ఏమో చెప్తున్నాడు, right? He's just going on with something. అసలు ఏం అర్థం అవట్లేదు. ఈ JSON ఏంటిది, ఈ JSON serialize ఏంటిది, deserialize ఏంటిది, serialize pretty. Tell me, how many of you are in this feeling?
నేను.
Right? Anyone else? అసలు ఇది Salesforce ఏనా? Right? So by looking at it, it doesn't look like a Salesforce. He is teaching something. Right? అసలు whatever you have learned till this date, ఏదో క్లాస్ నేర్చుకున్నాము, triggers నేర్చుకున్నాం. We've learned triggers, we learned batch apex, schedule apex, QL apex, get, set, page reference, SOQL, JavaScript, Ajax, jQuery, right? అన్ని నేర్చుకున్నాం. ఇక్కడ వస్తే ఒక్కటి కూడా కనబడతలేదు. Something new coming up. Right? So that's exactly. Yes, you're correct. Wait for a couple of more minutes. Slowly now the things will start taking shapes. Right? Slowly system will start taking a shape. Right? Now just keep on hearing. Whether you remember, you don't remember, just whatever I'm telling you, keep on taking in your mind. Pretty ఏదో అన్నట్లే. Pretty అంటే pretty అమ్మాయి విన్నాను. I heard pretty girl. But in programming also there is a pretty. First time I'm hearing. Okay, good. Maybe అందమైన ప్రోగ్రామ్ గా వచ్చేది. So serialize pretty. Serialize pretty. You say serialize pretty. Serialize pretty. Pretty, whatever you say. Pretty. Serialize pretty. Serialize. Deserialize. One thing you understood. Serialize means converting. Convert data from one format to a JSON format. From a object format if from an apex to a JSON, we call them as serialize. Right? Let's do one thing. Let's do practical. Let's do practical. You will start understanding now. I go to my developer console. After a long time, something which we know is opening. The developer console అయితే we know. Developer console. So, I'm closing everything. Debug, open execute anonymous. Control A, delete. I'm removing everything, guys. All your Apex programming have deleted. Right? Right. Blank now. Line number 1. Right? Line number 1. Now I have integer age. Integer age equals to 10. Everybody knows integer age equals to 10. Right? If I say system.debug what? System.debug age, I will get 10 in the screen. Right? We all know. This is within the Salesforce. I want to give this data. I want to pass this data. Now here, I want to pass this data to SAP system. Can I directly pass it? No. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? You have to serialize it. You have to serialize it. You have to serialize the data. You have to serialize the data. ఈ ఏజ్ కూడా serialize చేయాలి. Serializing it. How to serialize? You know now how to serialize. Manually. Right? Here, if I want to do manually, right? Example, ikkade రాస్తున్నాను. అక్కడ రాస్తే మీకు అర్థం కాదు. Tell me, what you will do? How it will be converted? Age. How much is that? 10. This is the JSON. This is the JSON. This is the JSON. Yes. Finally, the data has to be in this format. ఇలా convert చేయాలి. In Salesforce, it's looking like this, but finally the output should look like this. I'm converting a data to a JSON. How can I do that? ఇది manual గా చేశాను. I did it manually. Guys. Manually. Right? But I want the system to do it. That is the reason that I need what? I need, right? What? I will say every data I told you is stored in text. Whether it's a number also, it will be stored in what? Text. I will say string. S-T-R-I-N-G, string. String what? JSON age, JAge is equals to, next converted. What is the class? JSON JSON dot. What is the method? Serialize. JSON dot serialize what? Serialize age. Age ni serialize చేయండి. Now automatic that age is converted to JSON format and it is stored where? In JAge. That means JAge is nothing but this. Ouch. Okay, no problem. This is the JAge. JAge is storing this. Age is Salesforce, JAge is JSON age. JSON age. I just converted an age to a JSON format, and I'm storing where in JH. JH. You want to see how it looks? System.debug. What? JH. System.debug JH. I will put a comment. Apex format. Apex format plus age. This is what? It's not an Apex format. JSON format plus JH. Right? This is a Salesforce. I converted it. Conversion is called serialize. JSON.serialize age. Convert. Click execute. Right? Incorrect signature. Line number. I forgot anywhere anything. Right?
Debug.
The debugs are G.
Debug G is missing. G. Debug G is missing. Execute. See. Now you'll not be able to see any difference. Both will look same because here it's coming in a same. In JSON format also same thing. In Apex format also 10. Sir, there is a data. Our output is formatted output. Our output is a formatted output. Remember this very well. Our output is a formatted output. What is that? That means our output is a formatted output. And that's the reason it's showing, right? See, here actually it come. JH, line number 13. There's a line there, but there's a colon actually. It's a formatted output. It's showing. అందుకే మీకు తేడా అనిపించట్లేదు ఫార్మాటెడ్ అవుట్పుట్ వస్తున్నాయి అందుకే మీకు తేడా అనిపించట్లేదు debug, right? Debug. Fine. Now I will go to the next one. Right? Right? Next concept. Let's go ahead. I select debug. Now I declare the next one. What is that? Right? Let's take a string. Right? Right? String. String what? I'm taking a string. String what? String what? String of what?
Name.
Let's take anything. Right? Tell me.
Name.
String name equals to what? I give a string in a code called as Rupam. Rupam, right? String. I want to convert this into in a JSON. I will say JSON is also a string. String. String what? JName. JName. JName equals to what? JSON.
Dot serial.
JSON JSON dot serialize. Serialize what? Is the name.
Name.
Over. See, simple. Next, wait, decimal. What? Marks equals to what? 92.76 marks, right? Decimal marks, right? When I convert it, it has to be in a string. I told you everything is in a text. J marks equals to what? JSON. JSON dot
Serialize.
JSON dot what? Serialize. Serialize what? Marks. serialize marks. Over. Done. See, I'm converting a decimal to this value. Wherever you want, we'll say system.debug. You want to see how this JName looks. JName. Marks. Here also I'll say system.debug. After every JSON, I'm saying system.debug what? JMark. JMark. In the JSON format, it will look like this. You might not see the difference. Wait. Right? You might not see the difference. Right? You might not see the difference. Right? Next. 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 Right? Next. What I will say, let's say that. Right? Account. I'm taking an array of an account. Account. Array of account. ST. I'm taking anything. Equals to. Right? New account. Okay. Account equals to new account. Account equals to new account. Right? Array of account. I'm creating those accounts now. What are those accounts? Let's take account. Right? Array. Okay. We can't. Let's do one thing. We will take an SQL. That'll be more good. Equals to what? Account AC. AC equals to select name, comma, sorry, ID, comma, name, comma, phone, comma,
Email.
PHO. In the account there is no email, comma, facts, comma, industry from account. Limit 5. Limit 4. Only 4 accounts I'm pulling. It will be stored where? Here. It will be stored where? Now what I'll do is that I will convert it string, right? JSC is equals to, what is that? JSON dot serialize. JSON dot serialize. What is that? Is
Yes.
JSON dot AC. Now, right? Then, do you want to see the output? Control C, output. I want to see JAC. Along with that, here I will see also Apex output. System.debug Apex. What is that? AC. Right? I say execute. All the outputs are there. Let's open it. Let's give debug. See that now, how it's working. This is Apex output. Account, it's showing like this. When it comes to the JSON, see the output. ID is this. ID is this. It's type account. ID is this. Right? Then the second account comes in. Here the second account is starting, guys. If you are not able to understand, let's take it. Okay, let's reduce some fields. More fields I will reduce. More field I will reduce. I will not say industry. I'm just taking phone and facts. Name and phone. Okay, that 2 fields should be enough. The 2 fields should be enough. I'm execute highlighted now because I want to show you how the JSON format is looking. Whatever I showed you are doing it. Now here is the data. Control A, Control C. I'm copying it. JSON format. I'm copying the JSON format. JSON double click. I go to my Notepad++. See how the output is coming. How the output is coming, you will see now. I will say new page. Right. See. Right. Here it is. Okay. Attributes. Attributes. Type account. Ah. What happened? Control Z. Control Z. What I did? Complete information is available. Yes. Okay. There we go. I'm in the first line. Why it's going to the last? Okay. There we. Right. I have see. I have attributes. Attributes. The first type account. Right. Type, and you have the data. Complete data. ID equals to this. Next, second data starts. See, second data type, second data type, right? Key and the values. See, same thing is repeating again for account, for the second account, right? Account, right? ID equals to this. Name, key value. Phone, key value. Phone is 777. Can you see in a format? Same. In a is a curly bracket? Yes. This is also one data. Type is account. URL. This is also one data. It's taking it. Right? The format attribute. It's quite difficult the format, but you can just see one thing. Key values, key value format everywhere. What we just did, we converted the data that we received. We converted to what? We converted to an, right? We converted to an what? We converted to a JSON. The above format is not in a JSON. See that? Name Rupam tech. Here see that name equal to. Here you see name colon Rupam tech. Name Rupam tech. See the difference, right? That is the difference. It's coming up in a JSON. Who is doing? Am I doing it? No, system is doing it. By using what? By using serialize command. By using what? Debug. Just say JSON.serialize. You can serialize anything, guys. You can serialize anything. Anything it can be serialized. You can go ahead and you can serialize. Anything you can go and serialize. For example, right? Let's create a map data type and serialize. Map is a Salesforce data, not available. Map of string, comma, string equals to state capital, state capital equals to new map. New map, map of what? Once again, we are going back to the old classes. I'm creating a map. How do you create a map? Right? First string, right? State Ghana equals to arrow mark. Next, what is the value? HYD. Right? Right? Next, Tamil Nadu, state Chennai. Next, comma, values I'm taking, right? What is that? State equals to KR. Data is what? Trivandrum. Tirunanthapuram. Now this is what is available. I want to change it to, whenever you transfer this data, map is not available in a web system. Map is a Salesforce system data. I want to pass this data to, right? I want to pass this data to whom? To a third party system. That means I have to serialize it. How to serialize? String. Serialization always done in string. String JSC equals to JSON dot serialize. Serialize what? ST. You need not to do it. System itself is doing it for you. See how serialization. If you want to see how the serialization look, how does it looks? Let's see. JSON format. What is that? JSC. JSC is the data, right? You want to see before the serialization how it looks, in Apex format how it looks. Both at a time I'm giving. In Apex format also, SC is the Apex format. So I take it, I say execute highlighted, right? Unrecognized symbol. What happened? Right? Equals to new, right? Anywhere we made a mistake, map of string equals to SC equals to, right? New map. Anywhere I made a mistake, yes or no? Control S, execute highlighted. Line number 19, unrecognized symbol. Line 19, unrecognized symbol equal new map of string comma string. Sorry? Oh, that's single quote, not a double quote. Sorry. It's all different classes, right? It's a text, no? So text is always in a single quote, guys. That's a perfect call out. Single quote. TN single quote. Text number to number. Execute, right? Equals to map. Execute highlighted. Copy. Now you see the output. Both output you'll get. Both output you'll get. See the difference. In a JSON format, they're equal to, here it's C colon. Each one of them is changing to colon. KR to TRV, TN to Chennai, TS to Hyderabad. See, we are converting this into a JSON universal format. It's a value, key value pair. Apex format is this, JSON format is this. Slowly. What type you have want to convert it into a JSON format, right? I want to convert into JSON format, right? For example, same thing. You can create list of accounts, add accounts, and later you convert into JSON. String, list, map, any data type, you can convert it to JSON. You can convert it to JSON, right? You can convert them into a JSON. System will convert it into a JSON format. To do the conversion, we use serialize. To do the conversion, serialize. To do the conversion, we use what? Serialize. Now keep on watching. Trivandrum, null. I'm not giving any value. I highlighted it. All right. Click and open it. I'm double clicking. System is opening. I open here. Kerala. blank. Kerala, null. Right. Okay, good. What is that, Rupam, you're showing? Wait, now we'll understand. Right. Suppose, okay. Fine, no issues. Right. Suppose, let's say that thinking more examples. Okay. Suppose I say string. String you have already taken. String. No, we will take something else. Okay, let's do one. Right.
స్ట్రింగ్ లో JSON లో స్ట్రింగ్ ఇంటీజర్ కాకుండా ఇంకేమైనా ఫార్మాట్ ఉంటే అది చెప్పండి సార్.
The date for
Nothing. JSON will be always in a string format. That's it. JSON by default will be a string. It's a text format. String format. You will not have any other formats on this. Completely text format. String format. Completely text or string. Right. Now, let's say, right, I go ahead, right, and I'm just thinking, okay, fine, let's do this here itself. String JSON equals to JSON dot serialize boolean suppress nulls. Boolean suppress null. I will remove everything and I will say, right, Boolean suppress null. What is that? It is SC, comma, true. Whenever I say serialize, see, both are same. Here, comma, true. What will happen? Keep on watching. Right? Keep on watching. Control C. Okay, JSON, right? What is that? JC1, I forgot the semicolon there. Perfectly fine. I will give one more output here called as JC1. What's there in the JC? JSON suppress null. That means all the null value will be removed. When there is no value, suppose, right? Suppose, let's take this example. Here, phone number. Somewhere we gave null. I don't know. Okay, let's take an example here. When there is no phone number, blank. What is the fun of sending this phone number? Any other data is not there. So what is the fun of sending this field? System will ignore this. In the output, I'll get only name and salary. I should be getting name and salary only. Null. That's what I'm trying to show you. Suppress null. Suppress null. Execute highlighted. Double click. Execute highlighted. Double click. Debug only. Right? Debug only. Suppress null. See, because I gave a blank quote. Quote also contains data. Quote is double single quote is a blank. Only. That means, right, whenever, right, where it is, Kerala. So you will say null. Null, no value. In Kerala, for example, I'm saying null. Control S. Execute highlight. Now you see, double click. Whenever there is, right, suppress null, it's what it's doing. It's not suppressing the null, it's still taking, right, because it is inside, it is still taking as blank. Null, it is still taking, because key value, key is there, right? The value is still taking as, right, It's not showing the right example. Wait, I'll show you one more example. Let me see whether you're not, but I should be showing. Okay, let's do one thing. Same thing. Let me show you. Student, student, student. Why student? Okay, student. student. Student S equals to new student. Student S equals to new student. S dot name. S dot name. S dot name. S dot name equals to Rupam. Rupam. S dot name equals to Rupam. So S dot, right? We'll say dot age. Do you think it will work? How many of you think? Writing something, okay. Wait, let me see whether it takes or not. 36. Okay, so it's, let's do one thing. I'll go and I'll declare it, and I can take a class. Okay, I can do it in that way. So the class I can declare public variable. Okay, let's do one thing.
It shouldn't be
File.
subject.
No. I create a class. I'll create a class called student. Don't worry. Class.
Direct
Public
declare
class.
sir.
Between brackets,
Wait,
yes, and
wait.
name and name.
Right. I'll create public class student. Public name, public string name, public age. Oh, int age. Control S. Right. Execute highlighted. Perfectly fine. It's working. Right. So I just created a student, and I'm calling that class as a data type. That's a data type. It's a wafer class that doesn't contain any method is called wafer. What is a wafer? Any
Enter apex
class that.
code లోనే direct
Sorry.
ఇది ఎంటర్ అపెక్స్ కోడ్ లో డైరెక్ట్ గా మనం కాల్ చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్ వ్యాపర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని పబ్లిక్ క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్ పబ్లిక్ స్ట్రింగ్ నేమ్.
Right. Now keep on watching. I will say system.debug s. System.debug debug. System.debug what? System.debug s. I will execute this. Execute highlighted. A new log will come. Double click on it. Right. Debug. Age 36. Name Rupam. Perfect. Debug. Now, right? Okay. So, okay. Say two things I'll do. First, let me go. I will convert it into, right, string JS1 equals to JSON dot serialize. I'm taking serialize, suppress null, serialize, JSON dot serialize. Serialize what? S. I will say, right, system dot debug JS1. Show me the JS1. Complete highlight.
Semicolon missing, sir.
Semicolon is missing. Right. There we go. Up. Execute highlighted. Double click on the log. Click on debug. One is a JSON format. Name, right? Age, right? let's go ahead and in the class, right? See JSON format, ages, but in a JSON format, see exactly in the format it's coming. Name is Rupam, age is 36. Perfect. System is giving in a JSON format. Close. In one more called as public, right? Date, DOB, Control S, DOB, Control S, date, DOB. No problem. It's a date field I have taken. Come to the debug. Once again, I execute it. Let's see whether do I get anything difference now. I'm not using the DOB here. Execute. DOB is just declared there. I'm not using it here. Debug. 36, DOB null, name Rupam. Age 36, DOB null, name Rupam. Name Rupam, DOB null, null, age 36. Perfectly fine. Now you see, when I use, now I will say, what? I will use the string JS2 equals to J dot serialize. I'm taking the second one now. Suppress null. Suppress object null. We call them a suppress null. Here object is S. O means object. S. Same as S only, student only. And I'm saying true here. True. I will say show this. Control C. Suppress null is was JS2. Now you see that total 3 outputs will be there. Execute highlighted. I forgot a semicolon anywhere here. There we go. Execute highlighted. Click on it. Click on debug. Now you'll understand the difference between suppress and suppress null. JSON format, suppress null format. DOB was there. Here there is no DOB, only name and age. Because date of birth is null. What is the fun of transferring a null data? It's a waste of space. Like this, there are 100 fields. Out of 100, 20 fields, there is no data. Then there is no meaning transferring the 20. If the other system will also understand, if the field is not there, that means it's null. When I'm debugging, I'm getting age, date of birth, name, age. But here, name and age, date of birth is not there because date of birth is null. Null, suppress null means don't include null. Same thing, don't include null. Suppress null means don't include all fields. This is serialize. Serialize. I'll copy the spelling from here. Serialize means include everything. Serialize suppress null. Null means include not all. Include field containing data. And include field containing data. Field which contain data, that only include. Whichever field doesn't contain data, don't include. Next, string JS3 JSON dot serialize. In serialize there are 4. Then JSON serialize pretty. What? Pretty is nothing but serialize pretty. Serialize pretty. What does the serialize pretty will do? Display JSON in structural format. Don't show me in one line. Show me like this. Now how I'm getting the data? Oh, sorry. Right. When I double click on it, right? How I'm getting the data? Oh, okay. How I'm getting the data? Name. I'm getting the data like this. Copy. Notepad ++ or a notepad, anything. How I'm getting the data? This is the data. I don't want in this way. I want in another way. Another way means if there are 100 fields, I will die. 2 fields, like show me like this. Now I can understand. To vertical. 836. Suppose there is a one more called phone. System will show like this. System will show like this. This is normal format, pretty format. This is pretty format, pretty format, pretty format. This is format. Era sign, normal format. Multiple lines, pretty format. Multi lines, pretty format. Now I'm saying, see, serialize pretty. Again, I'll say system.debug. I will say pretty. JSON pretty. Pretty format. What is that? JS3. Control C. Execute highlighted. Close. Double click on it. Right. Debug. See the difference? I told you, no? Name equals to Rupam, DB equals to null, age equals to 36. Same data. Pretty format. Same data, but not in a single line, but in a multiple lines, so that people can read. Otherwise, if it's a single line, nobody can read. Nobody can read. But data in a single format, nobody can read. Nobody can read. See, pretty format. Debug. Open execute. Pretty. That means here, wherever I'm putting it, here, this is not put in pretty format. JSON dot not serialize pretty. Serialize pretty. Because there are more than one account. Complex data has to be in a pretty format. Pretty. See, execute highlighted. What happened? Right. System.debug AC JAC is equals to right. AC colon missing. Pretty. Execute highlighted. Pretty will give you not in a single line. Earlier in single line, now you see that format what it's doing. Rupam 777 first account. Next account Rupam Tech account. People Tech 888. See, this is one account. All this information. Next again account. See, these are the one. ID name phone. ID name phone. Right. ID name phone. ID name phone. How the pretty format is coming? This is JSON pretty format. Data in a readable mode. Pretty format. Pretty format. Right. Finally serializing only. Pretty. One more is there. What is that? String. JS4 equals to what? JSON dot serialize, pretty, suppress null, same thing. In a line it's removing, now in a single line it's removing. Now what is that? S object, right? So we have serialize, serialize pretty. In serialize we have suppress. In pretty also we have suppress null. True. True. Here also we have true. Normal, serialize normal, serialize normal, suppress null. Serialize pretty, suppress null. Both are same. Actually, line number 36 and line number 38 are same. Right here also, whichever data is not there, but here the format is changed. Display field that containing. Include field contain data and display structural format. Now I will say pretty suppress. ఏం తేడా లేదు. Suppress null. Suppress JSON format. 4. JS4. Right. I click on execute highlighted. Let us see the output. Let us see the debug. Right. See the difference. Here, both this is pretty, this is pretty. This is normal pretty, this is suppress null pretty. What is the difference? Ikkada DOB undi, ikkada DOB ledu. Here there is no DOB because all the null data remove it. This is what? It's normal. That's it. This is serialize suppress null. Null is not there. Line format, and this is in what format? Right, structural format. One below the other. One below the other. One below the other. You can see this. Is able to understand? Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
Serialize will give you in a line format. Serialize suppress null will remove all the nulls. Serialize pretty will give you in a structural format. Pretty null, remove the null and it will show the data in a structural format. Pretty in null, without pretty, single line. Null will remove nulls. From the pretty, suppress null, the null. From the normal, put suppress null, the null. See, we are now serializing the data. We are now serializing the data. Clear? Serializing the data. Serializing the data. Simple data, we are serializing it. We are serializing. Everybody is able to understand. No. Now it's making sense. Slowly, we are converting the data in a JSON format. See, JSON format look like this with a curly bracket followed by key value. Right? Any other question, guys? Any other questions, guys? Any other question, guys? Any other question, guys?
No, sir.
Everybody to understand, all the new joinees, 4 new people who have just joined the class today, all the non-programmers, right? Are you able to understand what I'm doing here? I'm trying to convert a data to a JSON file, right? This is what I'm trying to do. From an Apex, I'm converting it to a universal format called JSON. How to convert, then I can look for transfer. Guys, able to understand non-program?
Can we call methods also, right?
Check it out. Now you know you have a whole day to test.
Okay.
Guys, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the new people who joined today or yesterday,
Yes. Yes.
new guys. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. So you can just use a keyword called what? Simple. If you have a data, just say these are the things you have. JSON.serialize the variable. JSON.serialize variable. JSON.serialize pretty the variable. JSON.serialize pretty variable comma true. This 4 command you. That's it. Our serialization is done. Serialization, right? Simple serialization is done. Tomorrow I will do deserialization. Somebody gives the data in this format. Somebody give me JS4. From a JS4, how can I make a meaningful data? Somebody gives me the data in a JS4 format. See, JS4, the output of JS4 is what? Here, JS4 output. Somebody give a data in JS3. Inside the JS3, this is what the data is. These are the data that is inside the JS3 from here, 14 till the line number 15 is a, somebody gives me the data like this. How can I Salesforce format is a question, right? So tomorrow we'll do deserialization. Thank you guys for today. Have a nice and wonderful day. I know that class ended, but these are wide concept. I cannot help, right?
Sir?
Yes.
అది సిర్లే జేసన్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్స్ చూపించారు కదా సార్, అదొకసారి డిస్ప్లే చేస్తారా?
Sure. Why not? Okay. These are the one.
Yes, sir.
So we have, what are the things we have used out of it? We have used serialize, 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 serialize. Tomorrow we will see deserialize, serialize, deserialize. Day after tomorrow we'll see create parser, create generator. I will not leave anything. So slowly, step by step.
Thank you, sir.
We are in the JSON class. Okay, we are in the JSON class. Like this, there is a one more called JSON generator, JSON. So we will talk about it as we go. JSON will be one big class, JSON. Right? XML will be another one class. If you know JSON and XML, transportation protocol is easy, security is easy. The only thing that you have to understand is, right, this data conversion. Otherwise, right, your remaining piece is quite easy. Remaining things are quite easy. Do you want to save? No, don't want to save. Only thing is this JSON XML is tough part. This is itself will take 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks. Right, 2 weeks. Remaining 2 weeks, we will see protocol, REST APIs, SOAP APIs, and everything. Right. So thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye bye, guys.